Whether you're back to school, back to routine, or simply feeling the collective energy of the changing seasons, this is the perfect class to come inward and find a little bit of balance for yourself.
Hello, all my relatives, and welcome to Seven Teachings Wellness. This is a place to practice yoga from an Indigenous worldview inspired by the Anishinaabe Seven Sacred Grandfather Teachings. Let's practice together.
My name is Shayna, and I'm an Indigenous wellness educator who is passionate about sharing tools that have helped me on my own journey with you all. Whether you're back to school, back to routine, or simply feeling that collective energy of the changing seasons, this is the perfect time, the perfect place to come back to yourself and find a little bit of balance in this transition. Now, I know for myself, balance doesn't come without that self-reflection and that compassionate mindset towards yourself. We're always growing, we're always learning. So in this reflection, just know that if you're not where you're wanting to be currently, that's okay. This information can help us to think about where we want to be and what habits, what actions we need to take for us to get there. So go easy on yourself, be self-compassionate with this transitional time. And remember that self-care isn't selfish. When we take care of ourselves, we're taking care of all of our relatives. We're going to start our practice with some gentle pranayama, some gentle breath work where we ground, calm, and focus. Find a comfortable seated position. Inhale, lift the shoulders, reach them back. Exhale, let them drop. Relax the body. On your next inhale, grow through the crown. Elongate the spine, slightly humble the chin. Great adjustments. Option 2, close down the eyes if that feels comfortable. In breath together, belly goes big. Exhale, let the body relax here. Starting our box breath, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold the breath at the top. 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold at the bottom. 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Let the breath return to the natural rhythm. Just keep the eyes closed if they're closed, or gently gaze down towards the floor beneath you. Without judgment, just notice any changes in the physical and energetic body. Coming back to this breath whenever you need to refocus or reground. Option 2, keep the eyes closed throughout as much of the practice as you'd like. Option 2, gently blink them open. Welcome back in the room. We're going to start with some gentle movement to warm up the body, starting with head rolls. Just let the head roll in front of the body from one side to the other. Letting our breath return to the natural rhythm, but still using it as our anchor in the practice. Coming back to the breath. Coming back to that mindful awareness. Let's move into the shoulders, making big shoulder circles, first in one direction. You might get the back involved here to increase that range of motion. How big can we make these circles? Let's switch directions. Perhaps you get the elbows, the hands involved. Looking to make nice big shoulder circles. Hands on knees, inhale, lift the chest, look up around the spine. Inhale, lift the chest, look up, arch the spine. Exhale, find your cat around the spine, tuck the tailbone, look towards your belly button. Inhale, push on the knees, arch the spine, gaze up for cow. Exhale, find your cat. Now move with your own breath here. Inhale, open up the body. Exhale, close down the body. A couple more in your own time, in your own way. Finding some side bends. Now I'm going to remove my block quickly. Right hand on the mat, inhale, left hand rose, exhale to reach. Inhale, we switch. And exhale, reaching in the opposite direction. Now looking for a nice side bend all the way up through the lats, down through the side. Again, follow your anchor, your own breath. Inhale, switch, exhale to reach. Finding neutral. Left hand behind the body to support, right hand on left knee. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist, gazing over the left shoulder. Now we can take that right hand, pull on the knee to help with the twist. That left hand is there to support us, behind us, or you can maybe try to find a bind. Now when we're binding, its intention is to open us up more. So if we're ever binding and we find that we're folding or closing off our body, we can just opt for another variation that can help us fully open up. One more in breath together. Exhale, come back through center. And let's switch sides. Right hand to support, left hand on right knee. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, let's twist. Again, taking the left hand against the right knee to push in that twist. Or pull us a little bit more open. Right hand to support or to find a bind. Now for myself, the better option is to support and use that right arm to open up the twist. We can also take our gaze over that right shoulder to help with the twist a little bit more. One more inhale together. Exhale, come back through center. We're going to roll over onto tabletop position. Tuck the toes, send the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Now option to find a pedal or walk the dog here by bending one knee at a time. Maybe getting the hips involved. Pushing into the mat, head hangs nice and heavy. We might nod and shake the neck. Just to relax the head and neck a little bit more. We're imagining our sit bones reaching towards the sky. So no worries if we have a bend in the knees. Over time we can work to straighten the legs. We can work to get the heels closer to the ground. But we're working right now to think about getting the sit bones to the sky. And as we imagine that, you can maybe feel the lengthening already through the hamstrings. Again, relax the head. Heavy bend in the knees, walk the feet towards the hands. Now keep that bend in the knees, forward fold here. Now our knees are bent so much that our stomach can rest on our thighs. Head hangs heavy. We might grab onto opposite shoulders, gently sway side to side. Maybe find a clasp behind the back. A couple of options here. Widen the feet, turn the toes out slightly, exhale, sink the hips down, Malasana, Yogi Squat. We can find our blocks if we have our blocks and find a little seat here. Now in Malasana, we're opening up the hips. A great way to do that is to take the elbows in between the knees. Option to have the blocks, option to remove the blocks. Now Malasana, Yogi Squat here. We're working on ankle mobility, knee, hip. We're stretching all throughout the back. We're opening up the chest. There's a lot going on here. So take the variation that we're at now. We can always grow and we can always build upon where we're at and what you're looking for. Remove the blocks if you have them. Come to meet on our bottom, finding a forward fold. Option for soft bent knees here if that's preferred. Grabbing a strap, we can strap up our feet, pull on the strap to help with that fold. Now, we're not thinking as much about our face meeting our shins, more so the top of our head meeting our feet. If you have the strap, perhaps you can reach the feet. If you can reach the feet, perhaps you can add a block. If you can add one block, maybe you can add two. Now, that's a little crazy for me today. I'm gonna stay with my one. This feels good. On your exhale, let the body relax a bit more. Cross the legs, roll over to tabletop position. Taking a couple of spinal movements that might feel good in the body now. Maybe some cat-cows. Maybe some side to side bend. Lengthening through one side. Maybe rotation here. I love this mermaid windshield wiper. I don't know the real name for it. I don't even know if it's a real move, but it feels good. We're going to find our camel, our back bend. Place the hands on the sacrum where the back meets the glutes. Inhale, lift the chest, draw the elbows back together. Now we can stay here. We might look up if that feels all right, or perhaps find another camel variation, maybe reaching back for the blocks on any setting. Maybe reaching for the feet. Now with the toes tucked, you have a little bit more lift with the heel. With the tops of the feet on the mat, we have a little bit more space to cover. Now, we never want to give up the breath or give up the breath for the asana. So come back to the breath, and if we can't breathe, find a different variation. Sink the hips back, hero, knees together. Hands on thighs. And just notice we're still alive. Back bends can be intimidating, energizing, and at times scary. They can be activating, but on the other side of that activation, you can feel amazing. Shimmy over onto one side. Left leg can stay extended as we cross the right foot over. Right hand supports behind us. Inhale, left hand to the sky. Exhale as we twist. Another option is to also bend that left knee in our twist. Release that side. This time, extend the right leg. Left foot crosses over right. Left hand to support. Right arm reaches up and over to twist. Again, we keep that bottom leg extended, or we can bend it in as well. Exhale to release. Coming onto our backs. Keeping your block close by. We have legs up the wall or shoulder stand. For legs up the wall, if you have a wall, you can go ahead and place your legs up the wall. Maybe reach the arms to the sky as well. Some extra lymphatic drainage and blood flow. What you can also do is grab a block, place the low back on the block, reach the feet. And here we have our supported shoulder stand or legs up the wall variation. We can find a shoulder stand by bringing the elbows in towards the body, placing them on the mat with a little bit of momentum, sending the hips to the sky and catching the low back with the hands. Now we're not on our neck, we're on our shoulders here, so I can still talk, I can still breathe, and we're not crunched up through the neck. So another option is shoulder stand. On your exhale, slowly come down. Watch out for your block if you have. One more asana to open up the chest, fish, zip the legs together. Slide the elbows underneath the shoulders, lift the chest up. Now we can take a block, place it underneath the back. For support, supported fish here. Feels really good at the end of the practice. Feels alright, you might drop the head. One more in breath. Remove the block and find your final resting asana. Extend the legs, extend the arms, palms facing up. Option 2, close down the eyes if that feels comfortable. Maybe lick the lips, swallow. Relax the face, relax the jaw. Let out a sigh, a yawn. Anything to let the body relax here. Allowing the body to rest. Thanking yourself for showing up. Thanking your body for all it does. It's literally gotten you from birth to here, carried you this whole way. Thank you, body. Thank you, mind. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, life. As the seasons change, our schedules shift, I invite you to come back to this practice and come back to yourself whenever you need that time to refocus and rebalance. Remember that rest is productive. Sometimes you need to slow down to speed up. Stay here for as long as you'd like, but if you're done practicing, miigwech. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the mat next week.